and drinking is never a good idea. We've all done it, and we've all regretted it. The drunken texts you forgot you sent. Prospectors collected them in inTEXTicated on Rock 107.
From the 858 San Diego, California. Dude, might want to go shopping. I made pancakes this afternoon and used sandwich bread. Area code 240, Germantown, Maryland. Squirrels and blue jays and dove-like things. They're just frolicking around in my backyard. I want to be like them. And from area code 214, Dallas, Texas. Sex on bubble wrap equals best decision ever.
You hit send, and we hit the floor laughing in inTEXTicated on Rock 107.
Yonkers, New York, area code 914. We all just danced like dinosaurs in the center of the dance floor. From the 402, Omaha, Nebraska. Important life lesson. Flammable and inflammable mean the same thing. And from Arlington, Virginia, area code 703. Just woke up wearing a top hat and Simpsons boxers. I also found more money in my wallet than I had before going out. About $1,000 more.
Proof that booze and cell phones don't mix. In inTEXTicated on Rock 107.
Area code 614, Columbus, Ohio. This may or may not be the weed talking, but this is by far the best tasting toothpaste I've ever had. Eugene, Oregon, area code 541. My math teacher staples Burger King applications to failed tests. And from Parma, Ohio, area code 440. The ticket read, found nude in a tree.
Hey, we found him in your telephone. In inTEXTicated on Rock 107.
I'm Rock 107's Prospector on the Prospector Show, and time to play Connections for your chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets to the Steve Shannon Tire 4-Wheel Jamboree Summer Nationals coming to the Bloomsburg Fairgrounds starting tonight right through the weekend. Connections works like this. I give you 4 things that are somehow connected. You identify the connection and specifics, okay? So like if I say Eagles, Rat, Great White, Scorpions, it's not just bands, it's bands named after animals. See what I'm saying? Eagles, rat, great white shark, scorpions. You know, there you go. Or it could have been dangerous animals if you wanted to go that far, but just bands named after animals. See what I'm saying? So I'm going to give you 4 things. You tell me what they're connected to or how they're connected. You win the family 4-pack. Get on the rock lines right now. 1-888-ROCK-107, 1-888-762-5107. That's Prospector Show on Rock 107, 20 minutes after 7 o'clock, 69 degrees up to 83. A little humid and maybe a shower here or there throughout the day. Don't let that ruin your weekend. The rest of the weekend is going to be fantastic, and we're talking like a passing shower. You can win a family 4-pack of tickets for you to do something this weekend. Steve Shannon Tire 4-Wheel Jamboree Summer Nationals at the Bloomsburg Fairgrounds starting today. You want in, you got to play Connections on the radio here on Rock 107. We're looking for a caller to do that. Rock 107, hello, who's this?
Dave Shirley.
Dave, do you want to play Connections here on Rock 107 for your chance for some 4-pack of tickets to the Steve Shannon Tire 4-Wheel Jamboree Nationals this weekend at Bloomsburg?
Sure. Sounds easy, but, I'm not too bright, so.
Well, let's find out about that. I'm going to give you 4 things. They are connected. You got to give me the connection. Are you ready?
Yes.
Wallenpaull Pack, Harvey's, Prompton, Cary.
Lakes.
Yes, Lakes in Northeast PA. Absolutely, yeah. See? Smarter than you think, man. You got a family 4-pack of tickets to the Steve Shannon Tire 4-Wheel Jamboree Summer Nationals at Bloomsburg Fairgrounds this weekend from Rock 107.
Nice.
Classic rock from Simple Minds back to the soundtrack to The Breakfast Club. Don't you forget about me, Rock 107.
Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A Tennessee dog that was abandoned has found a loving new home nearly a year later. The dog's name is Buddy, and his story was shared across the country until he was eventually adopted by a woman in Massachusetts. She said she was struck by how much he resembled her late father's beloved rescue dog and immediately knew she needed to adopt him. Now that he's happy in his new home, she says the dog never stops smiling.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107. Now it's time for Does Pennsylvania Have a Budget Yet?
What do you think? They did something since yesterday? No, of course not. It's probably going to be a while. We should be used to this by now.
This has been Does Pennsylvania Have a Budget Yet? Rock 107.
Summer weekends in Northeast PA are basically a competition. The question is, which event actually deserves your weekend? It's the Prospector Show on Rock 107. Good morning, I'm Prospector, and it's time for Go or No Go. Yeah, a way to decide what to do this weekend throughout Northeast PA. Friday through Saturday. Actually started yesterday through Saturday. If your idea of a great weekend is live music, lawn chairs, and not checking your email for days at a time, the Briggs Farms Blues Festival in Nescopec is back all weekend. More than 20 blues and roots rocks and Americana acts perform across multiple stages. There's camping and food vendors, a vendor village with handcrafted goods and records and local artisans. Whether you're there for a single show or camping for the entire weekend, it's a Northeast PA signature summer music festival. Go or no go? Oh, that's a go. Now, look, I'm not even a huge blues guy, but this isn't just about music. It's about sitting outside in the summer, grabbing something to eat, wandering through the vendors, discovering maybe a band you never heard before. And when I have gone in the past, I've known a band or two, and I've always found another band I like. And I always run into people I didn't expect to see there, and they're like, oh, we come every year. That's the sign of a good festival. That's a go. Saturday and Sunday, how fast would you drive up a mountain if somebody handed you a trophy? The Giants Despair Hill Climb returns to Laurel Run this weekend, talking more than 100 drivers tackling one of America's oldest hill climb courses, racing a winding mile of pavement with 6 turns and about 650 feet in elevation. Free admission, and you can walk through the paddock area, then meet the drivers and watch the cars try to outrun gravity. Go or no go? All right, I'm kind of torn, but I'm going to give it a go. I admit, crowds aren't really my thing. Shoulder to shoulder with a bunch of strangers, not how I want to spend a Saturday, but fast cars ripping up a mountain, yeah, I'm in for that. That's enough to get me out of the house. Plus, where else do you get to walk around and see all those cool cars up close for free? That is a go. And Sunday. Look, some people spend Sunday relaxing. Others, well, they're out there spending Sunday trying to outbid complete strangers for a waffle maker. The 80th annual auction at the Back Mountain Memorial Library is wrapping up Sunday afternoon in Dallas. You can browse everything from antiques and jewelry to plants and new merchandise. Grab something to eat and support one of the area's longest-running community traditions. If you've never been to a library auction, it's actually a lot more fun than you're thinking. Go or no go? It's an easy go. Yeah, I've never made it there, but it's hard to root against an event that's been around for 80 years, raises money for a library, too. And I love the idea that somebody shows up looking for a lamp and leaves with a canoe, 3 house plants, and a porcelain clown they did not need. That's the magic of an auction. Yeah, that's a go. You should go. I'm going to try and get there. Blues in Nescopec, horsepower in Laurel Run, bargain hunting in Dallas. That's go or no go for the weekend on Rock 107.
The following rant may cause you to pull your hair out, scream at the radio, punch the dashboard. Complaints should be addressed to loudmouth Yambag at rock107.com.
Hey, I'm Rock 107's Prospector, and here's what's got me jacked. One of the most American things you could do is tell your government they're wrong. Not whisper it, not hint at it, say it loudly. That's not just a right, it's kind of the whole point of the American experiment, right? There's a story this week that came out about a man who sent a blistering email to the acting head of ICE. And it was angry. It was insulting. It was probably over the top. But he was visited by federal agents, and now he's suing. And according to the lawsuit, it contained no threat of violence in the letter, no promise to hurt anyone, no plan, no threat implied or otherwise, just political speech. But yet, months later, federal agents showed up at his house while he was overseas, left a warning notice with his wife, and even tracked him to a hotel that he returned to when he came back to the United States to visit him there. He's now suing, of course, claiming his First Amendment rights were violated. DHS denies it. They say they were not trying to suppress free speech. Here's the part that should matter to every one of us. I don't care whether you agree with this guy's email. I don't care if you think ICE is doing a great job or a terrible one. That's not the test. This is the test. Can American citizens criticize their government without wondering if the government's going to come knocking on their door? Because if the answer is, well, only if they criticize the right people the right way, then we've got a problem. Government officials work for us, not the other way around, okay? The First Amendment wasn't written to protect popular opinions. Popular opinions don't need protections. No one's coming knocking on your door for saying, I think Walton Coggins is creepy but a good actor. That doesn't need protecting. It makes sense. Speech that makes politicians mad. Speech that somebody in power wishes you'd keep to yourself. Speech that's unpopular. That needs protection. Now, if someone makes a genuine threat, investigate it. Absolutely. If someone incites violence, prosecute it. No argument here. But criticism isn't violence. Anger isn't violence. Calling a government official names isn't violence. And if we start treating criticism like a crime, we've crossed a line that Americans have spent nearly 250 years refusing to cross. Whether the criticism comes from the left, the right, or the middle, I don't care. We should all defend each other's right to say it, because the day you defend only the free speech you agree with is the day you don't really believe in free speech anymore. I'm Prospector. I'm for the people. Who's with me? I gotta go crazy, man.
Ever see the crazy guy screaming at the wall outside the Times building?
Where does this rage come from, my son?
Tweet us with hashtag #IFoundProspector and we'll come and get him. Prospector, mornings on Rock 107. Ladies and gentlemen, grab the kids, call your neighbors, and gather around the radio.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Yambag of the Week, as decided by you at rock107.com.
We uncover the most baffling, ridiculous, pathetic, cockeyed, laughable, preposterous blunders in the world of misdeeds. Nominee number 1.
The police should have asked, can you hear me now? A 29-year-old Maryland man named Jalen Goddard had his car stolen, but he should have been more hesitant to call the cops, because while it happened, he was allegedly busy burglarizing a Verizon store right across the street. Jalen reported his car missing, but it didn't take police long to connect the dots. They noticed blood on his hands, clothing, and glasses, as well as blood on a nearby broken store window. The call about the break-in came just after Jalen had called about the car. Jalen tried to deny being at the Verizon store, but cops didn't buy it. One officer said, "That's some karma right there, dude." He was charged with burglary, theft, and destruction of property.
Nominee number 2.
Even fast food isn't fast enough for some people. A 30-year-old woman in Maryland named Ashley Andrews was at a Taco Bell restaurant last month when she got fed up with how long she was forced to wait. She started arguing with employees, but when that didn't work, she thought maybe flashing a firearm would expedite her order. That didn't work either, so she verbally threatened them. They called the cops, and when the officers showed up, they found Ashley and her gun, which was loaded. They also saw her on the store's surveillance cameras, as well as footage from an employee's phone. She was hit with multiple charges, including assault, disturbing the peace, and reckless endangerment. She was also banned from Taco Bell.
Nominee number 3.
Every holiday weekend has that one family cookout that gets a little out of hand. This one apparently skipped straight to the main course. A video has been making the rounds online, appearing to show 2 women involved in a physical fight during a 4th of July weekend celebration. According to the social media post, one of the women allegedly bit the other on the leg during the altercation. Not the arm, not the shoulder, right in on the leg. And based on the reactions in the video, it wasn't a quick nip either. The footage has racked up thousands of views online, with commenters comparing the bite to someone digging into a piece of fried chicken. It's unclear who started the fight, where it happened, or if anyone involved is facing charges.
Nominee number 4.
A former Little League president from Las Vegas is facing felony charges after nearly $65,000 disappeared from the league's accounts. The money was supposed to pay for uniforms, umpires, travel for the kids, and instead he spent it on plane tickets, casinos, strip clubs, and erectile dysfunction pills. One receipt even included a $433 tip at a strip club. By the time investigators looked at the league's accounts, police say it had just $25 left. They nearly ended the season for more than 200 kids, but luckily donations from the community and Major League Baseball's athletics helped save it. The former Little League president now faces multiple felony charges.
And the winner is
the woman who flashed a gun at a Taco Bell to speed up her order. It didn't work, but you are the Yambag of the Week. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yambag of the Day, weekday mornings on Rock 107. That's your Prospector Prime Cuts podcast, the stuff we're legally allowed to replay. Thanks for listening, and remember, if you want the full experience, the stuff that almost gets us in trouble with the boss, you gotta wake up with us. Weekday mornings starting at 5:30 on Rock 107.